What's up, everybody? It is your boy Dillo, and I am back with your MMA Gaming 146 highlights. Let's get into them. First up on this amazing card is Carlo Coast 817 going up against Sir Frisky YouTube in the Xbox welterweight division, and both guys just swinging and throwing leather, but ultimately Carlo Coast with the beautiful combo, just piecing up the body, piecing up the head, just mixing it up for a beautiful knockout to get himself a win over Sir Frisky YouTube and get himself an impressive 4 consecutive victories after starting off 0-2. Next up is Kasaki versus Tommy Danger in the Xbox middleweight division, and both guys, like I said, throwing leather again, but ultimately Kasaki with the nice left jab to right straight combination to knock out Tommy Danger and get themselves their debut win. Now next up is Kaki Sani versus Ashen Kutcher in the PlayStation Bantamweight division, and both guys throwing back and forth with the TJ Dillashaw versus Peter Yan pick, but ultimately Ashen Kutcher gets knocked out by Kaki Sani's head kick, and Kaki Sani moves themselves up to a beautiful 4-3. This next one's my favorite highlight because this one's long. Next up is Don Kit RK99 up against Healy Major in the PlayStation Featherweight division, and just in the first round with the Volkanovski pick, Don Kit RK completely piecing up Healy Major and just eating them alive. And finally, after just piecing them up and picking them apart, it's ultimately the overhand that connects and folds Healy Major like a lawn chair. Beautifully, Don Kit RK moves themselves up in the PlayStation Featherweight division. Next up on the chopping block is Iron 710 going up against Flecko 02 in the PlayStation Lightweight division, and ultimately Iron 710 just raining down bombs from the stack position to get themselves the TKO stoppage and set themselves up a title fight with none other than Morbid in the future. Next up is I Want Privilege versus Aiden D624 in the Xbox welterweight division, and this one might very well be comeback of the night because I Want Privilege getting completely churned on by Aiden D624, only to pick up this beautiful third round sub. Look at this, to move themselves up to a 3-0 in the Xbox welterweight division. Next up is Jay Jeezer 1773 going up against No Slouch and Aaron 1224 in the PlayStation Bantamweight division. Jay Jeezer with the beautiful question mark head kick to knock out the Yanez pick and Aaron 1224 and to get themselves their debut win. Next up is Josiah Inked going up against One Zyke in the Xbox Featherweight division, and ultimately it's Josiah Inked with the cartwheel kick, the rolling thunder to the ground and pound, where he did just not let up, not at all, raining down the bombs on the Ortega pick to pick themselves up their first MMA Gaming win. Congratulations. Now this next fight is just straight up dirty. It's Lil Pose versus Edson Choi for life in the PlayStation Bantamweight division, and my god, the way that Lil Pose does poor Edson dirty is just the most disrespectful thing I have ever seen. Lil Pose piecing up Edson, and while he's against the cage recovering, Lil Pose with the taunt to the head kick to knock out Edson. Absolutely disrespectful, and he sets himself up a title match with the Bantamweight champ. Next up on the chopping block is Lonergon versus Shannon Bridge in the PlayStation welterweight division, where they've got the Covington versus Chimaev matchup, and ultimately it's Lonergon just outlasting the Chimaev pick and picking up the knockout win in the third round to move themselves up in the PlayStation welterweight division. Next up is Samurai Robin 99 versus Epic Fail 1318 in the PlayStation middleweight division. The Whitaker mirror match. Who's the better Whitaker? Spoiler alert, it's Samurai Robin with the beautiful, and I mean it when I say beautiful, body combo to put away Epic Fail 1318 and to pick themselves up another win, moving themselves to a crisp 2-0 in the PlayStation middleweight division. Next up on the main card now is War Gilly versus Fraley X Austin in the Xbox Featherweight division. While both of these guys are on tears, Fraley X Austin is on quite the tear with no losses, but it's War Gilly with the beautiful counter right straight to put away Fraley X Austin in the second round and to serve Fraley X Austin their first loss at MMA Gaming. Gilly moves to an impressive 6-2. And finally, our main event of the evening, the middleweight title on Xbox, up for grabs. This is vacant, folks. Competitor UFC versus Big Rudy 67. The Whitaker Mirror Match 2.0. Who's the better Whitaker? It's competitor UFC with this beautiful clinch work to the strikes breaking from the clinch that ends up dropping Big Rudy, and competitor UFC capitalizes on that moment and just rains down the shots to pick up the TKO win and moves themselves to a beautiful 2-0 and is now your new Xbox middleweight champion. I've been your boy Dillo. That is it for the MMA Gaming 146 highlights. I will see you guys at MMA Gaming 147. Peace out.